Hey everyone, this is Shauna the Tax Goddess coming to you live for taxgoddess.com and strategictaxcoachingprogram.com, also known as Big Tax Drop. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today are the 5 questions that you need to ask before hiring a tax accountant or a tax strategist. You know, it's super, super important that you are working with the right person for you, for your business, for what you need. Okay, and there are 5 main questions that I want to cover here. So the first one is these are questions you're going to ask the CPA, ask your tax strategist, okay? How many times have you worked with the IRS on behalf of a client, and how many times did you win the battle? All right, this is super, super important, because if you are working with a CPA or a tax strategist who has never faced the IRS, how is that person really going to stand up for you when it comes time to face the IRS? I mean, of course, you hope that you never face the IRS, and you hope that there's never a problem and the IRS never calls you, right? But there's at least a 7% chance of just being completely randomly drawn for audit. I mean, there's nothing that you can do about it. You're just going to get randomly drawn. So how is your CPA, how is your tax strategist going to stand up for you in front of the IRS, and how many times have they won that battle? That's super, super important in my opinion. You know, if the CPA has never done that, does that mean you're going to have to hire different representation if you need to do that? If something like that happens, you probably want to find a CPA, a tax strategist, that will stand up for you in front of the IRS, make sure that the ideas and the strategies and everything that were implemented on your behalf are going to get upheld. Okay, so that's number 1. Question number 2, what are your areas of specialty? Okay, every CPA has a different area of specialty, right? Some CPAs are auditing some CPAs. Some CPAs are internal bookkeepers for companies. Some CPAs are CFOs for huge international companies, right? You're going to want to find out, the CPA, the tax strategist that you are working with, what is their specialty? All right, you know, for us, my particular specialty is real estate, right? If you've got fix and flip, long-term holds, commercial, residential, anything to do with real estate, even construction, general contractors, plumbing, electricians. Now, we also work with digital nomads, right? Service businesses, people who their company is online. You know, these are 2 areas of specialty that we really, really focus on. So for us, those are the perfect types of clients for our firm to be working with, you know. But if you're, for example, if you're in manufacturing, we're not exactly the specialist for that. You're going to want to find a CPA and a tax strategist. Remember, you might have 1 person, you might have 2, right? You might have 2 people that fill those 2 specialty roles that can help you in both what your business needs, but also your communication style, how you like to work, the interaction. You know, does that CPA prefer telephone calls or emails? Do they even accept text messages? All of those different pieces, all right? So make sure that you're asking the CPA when you're interviewing and your tax strategist, how do they work? Now, as far as communication, right? I'm sorry, how do they work? What is their specialty, right? As far as communication, right? I kind of hinted on communication, but let's face it, people are busy and love digital convenience, okay? How many times in the past few years have you actually physically gone to an office to get an answer versus calling an 800 number, sending in an email to the help desk, you know, whatever that is, right? It depends on who you are. Some people like the digital communication. Other people prefer physically walking in and handing off the documents. So again, it comes back to, what do you like? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You know, some people have real problems with email, but other people really don't like being on the telephone. So make sure that your CPA, your tax strategist, fit your needs and style. Really what you're looking at is trying to find someone that communicates in a way that works best for you, okay? Now, who is going to be doing the work, all right? So in some CPA firms, you know, there's huge international CPA firms that have thousands of accountants worldwide, and then it goes all the way down to the single 1-person shop. But if that 1 person gets sick, if something happens, your work might be delayed, it might not get done, there's no backup for that particular person. So you want to think about who's actually going to be doing the work And are there teams of people that are cross-trained to be able to step in and help if needed, right? In busy tax season, if you need your CPA and they're a one-man shop, they might not be able to pick up the phone, right? They might be meeting with other clients. So it's going to be really important for you to kind of decide what type of relationship and who do you want that relationship with. You know, are you okay having a more mid-sized team, you know, 15 to 20 people on the entire team to be able to help you make sure you get what you need when you need it and make sure that you're getting the communication that you need. So, you know, another thing to consider about having a little bit bigger of a firm is that you also have multiple pairs of eyes looking at the same information, looking at the same tax returns, looking at your bookkeeping records to make sure that you haven't missed any deductions, make sure that you're getting the best benefit for everything that you're spending, and of course make sure that it's technically correct, right? Remember question 1, we don't want you anywhere near the IRS unless they randomly draw you. So let's make sure that everything is correct. One-man shop might be a little more difficult to obtain that kind of double and triple check to make sure that we haven't missed any deductions or that there's any errors, okay? So question number 5. Do you work with multiple entities? All right. A lot of people, when they, you know, business owners, when they think about a multiple entity, they're thinking, well, okay, I mean, that means somebody that has like 5 or 6 businesses, right? I mean, I don't have multiple entities. I just have me and the building that my office is in, and, you know, I have a rental property. You have 3 entities, 3 businesses, right? You want to make sure, and your personal, right? So really you have 4. You want to make sure that the CPA that you're working with is comfortable in a multi-entity environment, okay? You know, CPAs can range, as we said earlier, CPAs can range from everything from a one-man shop who has a very specific specialty all the way up to huge international firms that have thousands of people that can do anything. So when you're looking at asking that question, how do you handle working on multiple entities, you want to make sure that your CPA is going to be able to handle the different types of entities. You know, is it an LLC or an Inc? How is it taxed, like a partnership or an S Corp or C Corporation? You also want to make sure that the CPA is double checking and cross-referencing the different entities, right? So in our example, if your business leases from a building that you own, right, you're paying rent, is the CPA capturing both sides of that income and expense? Super important. So I know today's was a little bit longer, but you know, want to make sure that you guys are getting the best information possible. Super important. So make sure that you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, our Facebook accounts. We're on Twitter. We're all over the place. And make sure that you're downloading our newest free ebook, 10 Biggest Mistakes Made by CPA Firms That Cost You Money Every Year, which is available at bigtaxdrop.com. So can't wait to see you guys over there, and hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.